if one is to invest in any area of hospitality, where will you point the person? Which direction will you point the person in?
Okay, so if you're talking about investment in hospitality, the first question
As
I'm going
a
to
whole.
ask is,
So which
as a whole,
portion would you point the person to invest in? Because I know hospitality is big, but okay, I have this money, I want to invest in hospitality. Which area of hospitality do you think is more profitable?
More profitable? So it depends on the location rather. So if you're coming to ask me,
we're using Lagos as a case study.
Okay, Lagos
is our case study. I know that we have people from different areas, but we're using Lagos as a case study.
Okay, so Lagos as a case study, if you want to invest in hospitality, I would say accommodation in Lagos brings in money. F&B, food and beverage, that is your restaurant, brings in money. So if you want to invest in hospitality in Lagos, Nigeria, you can look into accommodation, you can look into F&B, and you can also look into recreational centers. In Lagos, we don't really have a lot of recreational centers. Yeah, so this is something that I feel like people can invest in. If you are looking for something to invest in, recreational centers in Lagos is a must to have. Also, bringing back our heritage, because hospitality at the end of the day is still an umbrella under tourism. So I'll just speak for hospitality and tourism, bringing back our heritage. So I've searched in Lagos, and we know we don't really have a lot of museums that speak about our heritage as a nation, museums that preserve our heritage, and that's still under hospitality, that preserve our heritage. That's still under hospitality. They're not a lot. That's why I said, that's why I said
I totally get.
Yeah,
I know there's
because
the museum that opened just close to TBS.
Correct.
And I know of Loving Lagos too. Loving Lagos to have like a place just close to TBS too.
TBS, yeah, correct.
I worked on that building. It was an old Isaleko building.
Okay.
Instead of taking it down, what he did was they call it restoration in architecture. We restored it to how it looked, and they get tourists come there, people that want to know about the heritage of Lagos, and people go to Badagry too. And
so now that is the
gallery
thing. But they're not a
lot.
There
are places coming up. They are not a lot.
They're not a lot. And I know we're talking about investment. If you want to invest in something in Lagos, I think those are good places for people to look at also, like the Badagry that you mentioned now. If you go to Badagry, is it really appealing for people to see?
Yeah, is this something that when you come to Lagos, they tell you must not leave Lagos until you see Badagry? That should be the way it should be. Yeah,
that is the mindset we should carry when we want to invest, because at the end of the day, we all travel out of Nigeria to visit other countries, and we are paying money to see things in their own country, and there are a lot of it over there. So I'm not saying we're not doing a good job in Nigeria, we are, but we can do better. So back to the question, if you want to invest in hospitality or tourism in Nigeria, Lagos to be precise, let's look at preserving our heritage, having museums, having a lot of other things. We have a lot of things that even we as ourselves, we don't even know. Do you know that we can have a place where people come and see how adire is being made in a very beautiful space, not a space that is not appealing for people to come?
Truly, true. I totally agree. There's even a way Balogun Market can be revamped that is a tourist point. Yes, it's a tourist point. Yeah. So we can work on
these are all the things. We can work on all these things. Yeah, these are all the things that I feel like let's even leave let's even leave accommodation and the rest. You mentioned Nike had gallery. We can have a lot of those kind of galleries, not just one. I just mentioned this Adire now. It would be beautiful for a foreigner to come into the country and is going to this very massive space where what they do is they take you on a tour on how they make our locally, because Adire is a thing right now. Everywhere you go, even outside the country, Adirek is
everybody,
a thing.
even Ashoke.
Even thank you. Even Ashoke.
Yes, everybody's wearing Ashoke suits, Ashoke pants.
Yeah,
it's all over the
is
place.
everywhere. So if we can have places where people pay, tourists pay, indigenous pay, tourists pay to come and see how all these things are being made in a very welcoming environment, trust me, it's going to fetch us a lot of revenue. So if we want to invest, let's look deep inside. Let's take a deep dive inside our heritage, and we can see from our heritage we can bring out a lot of things. Because at the end of the day, hospitality is culture, whether we like it or not. Hospitality is still around culture.
Sure.
So once we look deep down into our culture, we can see things that we can bring out of it, that we can sell to the world and invest in. At the end of the day, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it's funny enough that you mentioned F&B, which is food. I believe there's a pandemic of restaurants in Lagos, but it seems not to be enough. So with the advent of content creation and all this, there is a new spot springing up every day. And funny enough, I don't even see. I want to believe they are in business because they don't close up. Because if they close up, they are not in business. So it means people are still eating. I was privileged to go to, I think, the Ileyon.
Yeah.
At Ikeja GRA recently. And I'm like, what? Are you joking? So it's just Ileyon. If you are seeing this video, sponsor before we go further.
Free ad.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. The crowd there, and we're not even talking about the crowd that you see in the regular eateries, the regular. You know, Lagos has the Mama Put for F&B, the street side foods. You go straight to the eateries that are not really regarded. They are just regarded like middle class places, which are, I'm not mentioning your name, the eateries. Exactly. Then you take it a step further, then you start to go into fine dining.
Yeah.
And everywhere is booked. Everywhere seems to be booked. I'm like, are people not cooking at home?
People are cooking at home.
And it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, I know, but
so it's like you see people saying, I want to try out this spot. I want to try out this spot. People have spots that they'll say, if you want ofada, go to this spot. But if you want chicken and this, go to this spot. If you want fish at this, go to this spot. And people are patronizing them because they keep opening up. It's a pandemic for me. But it seems like the more they open up, the more you're filled up.
Yeah, very true. So, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
So when you mentioned F&B, I wanted to say it's saturated, but I just thought about it. For every new space, content creators in the bid of looking for what to do, we have people that do even food blogging now, and they visit all these restaurants and direct traffic to those restaurants. People want ambience. People want to go to the place. They will dress up just to snap pictures. So you see restaurants putting it out there now to say, okay, you could come in to just use our space, because they know that when you sit down in this space 2 hours, you go buy something. But as you feel embarrassed, you buy something, and they are not cheap.
Yeah, but is it safe to say that the reason why people will keep going to restaurants, I'm going to take it back to what we just said, is we don't have enough spaces for sightseeing. So for us in Lagos, new restaurants is like sightseeing for us, to be honest. New restaurants is like sightseeing for us. So imagine the restaurant having where you can snap pictures. They have picturable areas where all this tourist attraction is supposed to give us that vibe and feel. Only restaurants are doing that because that is where everybody like investing their money in. So going to restaurant for us in Lagos is like going for a tourist attraction. This new place is open, let's go and see. Again, people like to eat, and again, like Ile that you mentioned, why would Ile be filled up every time? Our culture. There's something culture does for you. There's something when you have a business that is preserving your culture, check it. It's going to it's going to sell. It's going to move. People want to eat pounded yam because I don't need to travel to I don't need to travel to the state where pounded yam is from to go and eat pounded yam. In the heart of Lagos, I have someone that is doing it like it is from there. That is when I say preserving culture. It goes a long way. It has a ripple effect. So yes, restaurants opens every day, fine dining, mama put, and the rest of them, and everybody is selling out. But how many museum can we say is opened? How many art and crafts place can we say is opened? Oh, I'm checking out this place. 2 art and craft stores just opened yesterday, this and that. So people are focusing more on F&B, and there's a market for it because Lagos is a very busy place. Very, very busy place. So people must eat. You see people are ordering food at work. They wake up very early to go to work. They are unable to cook. They must order food to eat. So the F&B business in Lagos is going to continue to be a booming market. It's going to boom. It's going to boom. So yeah.
Yeah, it's good you touch on culture because sincerely, that's what they are thriving on, especially the brand that we've been mentioning constantly. They've been thriving on that. Culture. And it just shows that we've not tapped into that culture well enough, because this is just a fraction. This is just Yoruba culture. Why don't we have it for the Igbos? Why don't we have it for the Hausas, where you go there and you experience it? It just shows that the market still is still untapped.
It's untapped. Correct.
Yes. Yeah. Why don't I go to Ep4, go to a place where I can catch the fish and make the fish?
Very true.
Why are the grills not in Ep4? Ep4 should have a grill competition, minus the fishing competition that they do.
Sure.
They should have a grilling competition. They should tell you, if you want to get the freshest of fish, go to Ep4, where there are places, there are facilities that you can catch it,
grill it,
and at the same time you can grill it. Then they can guide you with the sauce, because I'm seeing that now in Lagos, where you go in there and the ingredients are there. You're seated around a big stove, and you're the one curating and making your food. I'm like, Lagos. Too much idea. I'm telling you, too much idea. But when you center it, yes, culture. So you're selling more than the food now. You're selling an experience.